Psalm 1. What delight comes to those who follow God's ways. They won't walk in step with the wicked, nor share the sinner's way, or be found sitting in the scorner's seat. Their pleasure and passion is remaining true to the word of I am, meditating each and every moment in the revelation of light. They will be standing firm, like a flourishing tree planted by God's design, deeply rooted by the brooks of bliss, bearing fruit in every season of their lives. They are never dry, never fainting, ever blessed, ever plentiful. But how different are the wicked? All they are is dust in the wind, driven away to destruction. The wicked will not endure the day of judgment, for God will not defend them. Nothing they do will succeed or endure for long, for they have no part with those who walk in truth. But how different it is for the lovers of God! The Lord watches over them as they move forward, while the paths of the godless lead only to doom. Psalm 2. How dare the nations plan a rebellion, ranting and raging against the Lord Most High? Their foolish plots are futile. Look at how the power brokers of the world rise up to hold their summit, scheming and conferring together against God and his anointed king, saying, "Let's come together and break away from the Creator. Once and for all, let's cast off these controlling chains of God and his Christ." God enthroned merely laughs at them, amused at all their puny plans, mocking their madness. Then with the fierceness of his fiery anger, he settles the issue and terrifies them to death with these words, "I have poured out my king on Zion, my holy mountain. You had better listen to the one that I have chosen. I will reveal the eternal purpose of God, for he has decreed over me, you are my favored son. And as your father, I have crowned you as my king eternal. Today I have given you glory. Ask me to give you the nations, and I will do it, and they shall become your legacy. Your domain will stretch to the ends of the earth, and you will rule over them with unlimited authority, crushing their rebellion as an iron rod smashes jars of clay. Listen to me, all you rebel kings, and all you upstart rulers of this earth. Learn your lesson while there's still time. Serve and worship the awe-inspiring God. Recognize his greatness and bow before him, trembling with reverence in his presence. Fall face down before him and kiss the feet of his Son before his anger is roused against you. Remember that his wrath can be quickly kindled, but many blessings are waiting for all who turn aside to hide themselves in him. Psalm 3. Lord, I have so many enemies, so many who are against me. Listen to how they whisper their slander against me, saying, "Look, he's hopeless. Even God can't save him from this." But in the depths of my heart, I truly know that you have become my shield. You take me and surround me with yourself. Your glory covers me continually. You alone restore my courage, for you lift high my head when I bow low in shame. I have cried out to you, and from your holy presence you send me a father's help. So now I'll lie down and go to sleep, and I'll awake in safety, for you surround me with your glory. Even though dark powers prowl around me, with their words like sharp arrows, I won't be afraid. I simply cry out to you. Rise up and help me, Lord. Come and save me. And you will slap them in the face, breaking the power of their words to harm me. My true hero comes to my rescue, for the Lord alone is my Savior. What a feast of favor and bliss he gives his people. Psalm 4. God, you're my righteousness, my champion defender. Why aren't you answering me when I cry for help? Whenever I was in distress, you've always inspired me. I'm being squeezed again. I need your kindness right away. Hear my prayer and set me free. Listen to me, all of you who think you're great. How long will you obscure my glory and drag it down into shame? Will you ever stop insulting me? How long will you set your heart on shadows, chasing your lies and delusions? May we never forget that the Lord works wonders for every one of his chosen lovers. And this is how I know that he will answer my every prayer. Tremble in awe before the Lord, and you will not sin against him. Be still upon your bed and look deep into your heart. Bring your gifts just as you are and put your trust in him. Lord, prove them wrong when they say God can't help you. Let the light of your radiant face break through and shine down upon us. The intense pleasure you give me surpasses the gladness of harvest time, even more than when the harvesters gaze upon their ripened grain, and when their new wine overflows. For now I can lay down in peace, and sleep comes at once. For no matter what happens, I will live unafraid. Psalm 5. Listen to my passionate prayer. Can't you hear my groaning? Don't you hear how I'm crying out to you? My King and my God, consider my every word, for I am calling out to you. At each and every sunrise you will hear my voice, as I prepare my sacrifice of prayer to you. Every morning I lay out the pieces of my life on the altar and wait for your fire to fall upon my heart. I know that you, God, are never pleased with lawlessness, and evil ones will never be invited as guests in your house. Boasters collapse, unable to survive your scrutiny, for your hatred of evildoers is clear. You will make an end of all those who lie. How you hate their hypocrisy and despise all who love violence. But I know the way back home, and I know that you will welcome me into your house, for I am covered by your covenant of mercy and love. So I come to your sanctuary with deepest awe, to bow and worship and adore you. Lord, lead me in the pathways of your pleasure, just like you promised me you would, or else my enemies will conquer me. Smooth out your road in front of me, straight and level, so that I will know where to walk. For you can't trust anything they say. Their hearts are nothing but deep pits of destruction, drawing people into their darkness with their speeches. They are smooth-tongued deceivers who flatter with their words. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their own schemes be their downfall. Let the guilt of their sins collapse on top of them, for they rebel against you. But let them all be glad, those who turn aside to hide themselves in you. May they keep shouting for joy forever. Overshadow them in your presence as they sing and rejoice. Then every lover of your name will burst forth with endless joy. Lord, how wonderfully you bless the righteous. Your favor wraps around each one and covers them under your canopy of kindness and joy.